On tonight's show, we have Caribbean artist Tara Lynne. And now for your host, KoolKard. Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's KoolKard. Welcome to the Kickin It KoolKard show, episode 38. Yes. It's going down, y'all. We keep on going. We ain't gonna stop. You know, every week I'm gonna keep bringing you that value. I'm gonna keep bringing you some good guests that have values, have stories, have some jewels to drop for you guys to put in that tool belt to help you along your way. And if you are new to the show, I invite you to please subscribe so I can continue to bring you this value. All right? So yeah, let's do it. It's all for you, man. We're doing it all for you. Okay? So this week we're gonna take you to the Caribbean. Yes, we are. We're going to take it to the Caribbean, man. I got a dance hall queen. I got a dance hall queen, man. Internationally known. She's shared the stage with some of the biggest names in music. And she just continues to thrive, man. I found her on Instagram. I find everybody on Instagram, man. And, I reach out. And, they say, hey, yeah, I'll come on the show. So here we are. I got Tara Lynne, y'all. We're in for a treat. I'm telling you. So listen, we're going to talk music. We're going to talk Caribbean lifestyle, all that stuff. Soca, Calypso, Reggae, R&B, because she's all of that. And we're just going to dive into her life and kind of see where she came from, where she's going, and if she can give you some tips on how to get yourself going, because she got her stuff together. You know what I'm saying? So listen, without further ado, I'm going to bring her in with a nice little warm welcome like I always do, the cool way. And then we'll bring her on and we'll talk to her and she could tell you about her life. Yep, there we go.
Okay.
Hey, y'all. We got Tara Lynne. Tara Lynne,
hey!
How you doing?
Yay!
What's up?
I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
so much for having me.
No doubt. Had to have you, man. You're amazing. You're doing great things. So I like to bring people from all different cultures and walks of life on here and just, allow you to tell your story, allow you to drop some gems because you're a professional. I like to bring on professionals and you're very professional. So, you can share your professionalism with the viewers and kind of tell them some gems, give them some gems, tips. And
Absolutely. Well, I think a great place to start, like you said, is with my story, where I came from. So yeah. I always tell people that I'm Tara Lynne, the one and only Bimini gal. and the reason being is because I grew up in Bimini Bahamas.
Okay.
It's a very small island. It's only 7 miles long and a half mile wide.
Wow.
Population of about 2,500 people, give or take.
2,500?
I promise you.
Girl, that sounds almost tribal.
Listen, let me tell you something. There's plenty times where I perform and I do festivals and there's like over 5,000 people. And I always tell them, I'm like, there's more people here than on the island that I grew up. You know what I mean?
My God. Yes. That is crazy.
So it was a very tight-knit community where everybody knew everybody. Like, probably like somebody was your cousin and somebody family, even if it wasn't directly. But but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world because that foundation is really, what drives my music now. Because my father was a Calypso singer.
Okay.
So I grew up, sneaking onto the bandstand, trying to take the mic, like, hey, let me get my shine on,
Right.
And all of like Bob Marley songs, you couldn't tell me they were my dance songs. Like I didn't know until older, like Three Little Birds and Don't Worry, all of them Don't Worry About a Thing. That was like, oh, my dad sings those songs.
Oh wow! So you thought those were your dad's songs then?
I sure did. Nobody couldn't tell me no different, Until I go on, I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand that.
So is it?
But he did his own songs too. He released 3 albums, and that's basically what I grew up was on: the reggae, the calypso, the soca.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And those were my big influences.
Okay, and you kind of made it your own style. I can't put my finger on it, but you definitely sound different. And you know what I noticed too? This is what I'm like. I don't want to sound a certain way, but I
Okay.
like the fact that your music sounds original, because a lot of reggae and Caribbean artists, they recycle the beat. They recycle
Mm,
the beat. And they, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, it's the same,
Yeah.
you hear the same beat recycled. And I
Mm.
like yours because it sounds original. I don't know who
Thank
you
you.
work with. That's what I wanted to ask. Like, what type of producers are you working with? Who you're working with? Because you have your own sound, and the
Yeah.
music is refreshing, because it's I think you're pushing the envelope forward now, because now maybe somebody can come and recycle your beat because it's
Exactly, exactly. And thank you for mentioning that and recognizing that, because I work with producers all throughout the world. I worked with a producer from Belarus. Whoever is watching this, if you're like me, the first time I heard Belarus, I didn't know where on the map it was.
yeah. Where
But
is
it's
it?
over. Yeah, it's over in Europe, one of the
Okay.
smaller like European countries.
Oh,
So I
okay.
work with a producer out there, and that's from the power of the internet, social
Mm-hmm.
media. I work with a producer out of St. Lucia, Orlando,
Wow.
Atlanta, Miami, just very talented people. But one of the other things that I wanted to share too is, when I was about 15 years old, I moved to the US with my family to continue education and go
Right,
to
right.
school and stuff. And when I moved over here, that's when I got into hip hop and
Mm-hmm.
definitely more of like R&B stuff. And
Yeah.
I feel like at that time I was working on the blending of my sound, kind of like what you hear now. But I think I
Yep.
was a little early,
Okay.
but I wasn't too early because Lil Wayne actually recognized my talent and put me
Wow.
on his album, The Carter 2.
How'd that happen?
Yeah, so the song More Fire, that's me throughout the song, like the beginning throughout the whole song. Um,
Wow. So how did
yeah,
he hear?
it's
How did he hear
pretty
you?
dope. Pretty dope. And it was like at a time where he was like huge, like
Right.
he was like the biggest rapper. So it was such an
Yeah.
honor for me. And that album did over 1 million copies. And I always think like, who would have known? Like the little girl from Bimini,
Right.
over 1 million people heard my voice, at least bought it. There's
Right.
probably more. And I meet people all the time like, oh my God, that was my favorite song.
That's
So
dope.
it gives me good pride, to share that accomplishment.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So how did that happen? How did he hear about you? How did he find you?
Great question. So at the time, they were doing a bunch of recording down at a studio in Miami called Circle House,
Mm-hmm.
which is like super, super popular. Inner Circle, who was the one to do Bad Boys, Bad Boys, that
Okay.
song.
Yeah, yeah,
Chicken
yeah.
Little. So it's their studio, and they were doing a lot of recording out there. And um, just kind of like heard me and some of my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And months had passed, like probably even almost close to a year. And Wayne contacted me. He's like, yo, I need to get in touch with Tara Lynne. I got the perfect song for her. So I
That's
was
dope.
just like, stoked. Yeah, because he reached out to me and I was like, yeah, send it to me. I'll do it. So I sent it back, and the next thing I knew, it was on the album. It was just crazy. It happened so
Wow.
fast. Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. I'm
Yeah.
pretty
I've
sure
been
that had to
blessed
be
to
like
work with a
mind
lot of
blowing.
people.
Huh?
Absolutely. But I've been blessed to work with a lot of people in different genres. And again, I feel like it really helped to hone in on my craft, my writing,
Yeah.
just understanding different aspects and sounds. So that's why you're getting the sound that you're getting now is, from all of that experience kind of
Yeah.
boiled into. Also, I feel for me too, just even becoming a woman, and going through things and understanding what I want to say and how I want to say it,
Right.
and not letting people tell me, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that, because
Right.
sometimes when you're younger, you're a little bit more impressionable, and
For
that's
sure.
just reality,
For sure.
Yeah. So now I feel real good.
And so that's the thing. You now you know who you are. You come into your own.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And you
exactly.
won't take nothing less than who you are. Because
Say that.
I know because I'm telling you, like we were talking for the show, I used to do music. So when you're
Yeah.
younger, man, I gotta take you like a little puppet and just steer you. Like, no, I want you to do this. Be here. Go here. Say this.
Yeah.
Frustrating. But time, you want it so bad, you bend a little.
You lose yourself.
Yeah. You bend and this is the thing. It's a struggle because if you're grounded and I think as an adolescent, I can't say everybody knows themselves. I know that I knew what I wanted and I knew what I stood for because I've always had great morals, stand strong on my beliefs and all that. But when you're younger and you're hungry and you really want it, sometimes you don't know. You know what feels right, you know what feels wrong, right?
So, but you don't know how to say no because you want that thing so bad.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I was reluctant. I didn't really say yes or no most times. I was a little reluctant, and maybe that's why I got myself out of situations that probably could have furthered, and it probably could have been a good thing, but it just didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? And I guess maybe
I totally understand.
Yeah, man. Because with me, man, I'm telling you, that's everything to me. If it doesn't feel right and I do it and I know I felt wrong about it, I can't live with it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I just say? I have to be at peace. Like I, as a woman, I like my sleep. Yes. I like to sleep good at night, and that's why I don't do people bad. I don't hate on people. Yeah. I just try to put out good, positive energy. And like you said, if you're not and you're making those kind of decisions, you ain't gonna be able to sleep.
Yeah. And one thing about the industry, they won't let you ride that fence. And listen to what I'm saying. They won't let you ride the fence. So when you know that it's not right for you, you know that it's wrong for you. It may not be wrong for them. Maybe they're living that life. Maybe they're willing to bend and break and sell their soul and all that, right? But you know it's not right for you. You try to ride the fence by, okay, I'll compromise, but I'm not going to compromise my integrity. I'm not going to compromise my self-respect. But I'll try to be in that circle. I'll try to be cool about it. But just let them know, hey, I'm not doing that. It don't work like that. They wipe their hands with you like, oh, if you ain't all in. And that's what it is. And that's that pressure. That's that control. You know what I'm saying? That's that control that they have on others, because they ain't have it on me. But it was frustrating because it's like running into a brick wall because you want it so much and you see others furthering themselves around you that's willing to do that type of stuff, whatever it may be. Yeah, it's frustrating because you're like, dang, man, I deserve that opportunity, but I'm not willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating. So
no, it's crazy because like everything that you're saying, it's so resonating with me right now. And you know, speaking of that, I actually took some time off from music. You know, after that came out, and you know, the album, and I was doing a lot of working, a lot of writing, and I took a break. I took a break for a couple of years. Yeah. And now, like I said, as I'm coming back, I'm coming into my own. I'm going back to my roots. I'm doing the things that really make me happy. You know, the things that are inside of me. And for example, one of my biggest songs is called "Big and Sexy and Cute."
Yeah, I like that jam too.
Yeah, and you know, me and one of my girlfriends were just, you know, kind of talking, and it was at first it was a joke, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna write a song about that. And I started like humming this little melody over a couple of weeks' time, and we just ended up putting pen to paper, and I wanted to go against all of the quote unquote norms, you know, and people always see me and they say, oh, well, you're not big. And I said, well, yeah, you know, like for the industry, there's a lot of people that say, oh, you need to lose weight, or you need to be a size 2 or size 4, you know? And you know what I say to that? Big and sexy and cute. Like, that's the message. It's that it doesn't matter what the scale says. It doesn't matter, you know, all of the images that you're seeing on social media, which a lot of them are shopped up and stuff too. But it makes women insecure, you know, and I can sit here and be so transparent, and any woman that's watching, you know, I'm sure that they can identify with going through phases or struggling with weight or not feeling good. And I just got to a point where I'm like, you know what? I love me. And whoever don't like it, that's their business.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You have to get to a point where you accept yourself, and once you do that, I promise you, like, your whole world will actually come.
Absolutely. And listen, they know who they can try that bull with. They know. They know who's not comfortable in their own skin. They know who's searching for themselves, and they can steer any direction they want. They know. And listen, when you make that music undeniable, you can look however the hell you want to look. Look at Lizzo. And I'm not saying that in a negative light, but she owns that. She owns her image. it doesn't matter. Like, she loves herself. She loves who she is. She ain't trying to lose no weight. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm just saying, like, she loves who she is, but the music's undeniable, so they accept it. So you make that music undeniable and be so self-confident, they have to love you because they need you. They want that money. They want money off of you. You know what I'm saying? They can package anything up and sell it.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. Yeah.
That's what it is, man. So you keep doing you, big and cute. Do that. Tell them that's who you are and you ain't budget from that. And you make that music. And I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, okay, well, forget about losing weight.
We gotta get with it. We just gotta get on board.
Right, exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. Like, dang, she could make us money, so okay, that's what it is.
Yeah. And plus nowadays, like, everybody trying to be thick anyway. So like, just come on, just accept yourself.
Right. Everybody getting injections, everybody doing this, doing that, big of this, big of that, voluptuous this. Yeah, and listen, stay who you are, keep doing your thing. You know, I wanted to say something too. When you were talking about R&B, when you came to the States and you kind of got into the hip hop vibe and the R&B, like when I first saw you and I was looking through your pictures and stuff and I saw images of you on stage or images of you in your pictures, like I got an R&B vibe. Like when I see you on stage, I get R&B vibe, but then what comes out of your mouth and then the showmanship is totally Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? Like I get that. Dope. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like I can't put my finger on it, but I know that's one of the things that stood out to me. Is like, yo, you got this R&B vibe, but then when you open your mouth, you know, you got the patois going on. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your thing, and it's authentic too. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy to me. Like my wife is Jamaican, so I'm used to the patois and all that. But it's just crazy how, you know, when you're talking normal and then you get excited, you go into it, and that's like I live around that.
You don't even think about it. You know, like sometimes you could be just chilling somewhere and somebody calls and then people start looking at you like this and you're like, oh, I talk in my dialect.
Yeah. That is crazy, man. Yes, indeed. So, if you don't mind, I mean, let's gloat. Let's gloat a little bit. Who have you worked with? Like, give us some names on some of the people that you've worked with, or just been on stage, shared the stage, opened up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, we can definitely start there. So David O, who is the Nigerian, like one of their biggest artists. Machel Montano, who they call the King of Soca.
Okay.
Rich Homie Quan.
Okay.
Grammy Award winning artist who was just on Versus last night, Monica.
Oh,
I opened up for her. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yep, I did that. Ball Greasy.
Okay.
Spice, dancehall queen for real. Spice.
Yeah.
I opened up for her. Alison Hinds, Skinny Fabulous. Oh my gosh. What you call it? Patrice Roberts is another person that I've worked with.
Okay.
That I've opened up for, and I've done like mad shows with her. So great. I mean, I love when female artists are actually, you know, welcoming and loving. You know,
for sure.
Up, so she was super dope. Cast the band. Oh my gosh, they are absolutely amazing live. Like you can hear their music and you can feel the energy. But their live show is like on another level.
Wow. I love that when you go to a show. Like, I'm kind of jaded because I used to, like I told you, I used to live in Las Vegas. So I used to go to, and my brother worked in the entertainment industry. So I used to go to like all the shows and like all these legends like Aretha and Gladys and all them, like, you know what I'm saying? And like Smokey Robinson when he was alive, Prince. I've seen them all. So I'm kind of jaded. Like, I don't really like to go to a lot of shows because I'm disappointed because the showmanship is not there as much anymore.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm telling you, when you can go to, like, Jay-Z. So let me tell you, and how you're talking about that band, I'm pretty sure this is how it is with Jay-Z. Like, a lot of people will say, well, Jay-Z doesn't really do anything on stage. He don't dance. He doesn't. But it's the energy. You can't explain it. When you go, it's the energy. Like, I go to a Jay-Z or a Beyonce concert 50 times over because the experience is never the same and the energy is just out of this world. You can't explain it. And yet, you know, because if he's teamed up with Beyonce, she's gonna do her dancing and all that. But just going to a Jay-Z show, the energy, I really can't explain it, but it's just different, man. It's like heavenly, like serious. It's just like you could just feel like God in the building. And I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about God in the building because it's just an image, and you know that it's just something special. And you can see it through the fruits, through his fruits. You can see that it's just something on another level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can always see from the fruits that are produced, it's just something different. It's something special, and it's no reason, it's no coincidence, and it's no secret on why this man is winning. When you go to a show and you can feel that energy, because you hear what you hear from the music on the CDs or the MP3s right now, but when you go to that show and it really resonates with your soul,
and you can't hide,
right?
You can't hide at that show,
man. I'm telling you,
you can't.
I'm telling you.
Speaking of, like, that reminds me too, I also opened up for Wyclef Jean. When I tell you, his set was crazy. Like, the energy that you're describing was exactly how it was. And I was even surprised, because then sometimes you forget, you'd be like, damn, he had that song too, or he had that song too,
Yes.
But it was just crazy. It was electrifying. It really was. So I can totally get it. I haven't had the chance to see Jay-Z, but I've definitely seen Beyonce and been blown away every single time. So I got to put Jay-Z on my list to see.
He's amazing. Like, there's only so many people. There's only a few people I know, well, I've seen, that can really dance, go all out, and not miss a note. Not miss a note. That is
talking about no 1-2 step.
Oh my God.
Full choreography.
Full.
But she done had that training for so long.
Yeah.
That's how they go. See, she's working it, And now she's just walking in it, which is beautiful. And then the Black is King documentary. I mean, I don't even have words for that. It was, just visually, conceptually, the colors, the underlying meanings were so powerful. It was just, she did a great service to humanity by doing that.
She's amazing with
enough respect. Big up
production. Like, it's always amazing. It's just always next level. It's always an event. And she's so smart about it too, man. She owns the rights to all her stuff, and then she can repackage it, sell it to you 3 times over, and it's similar, not the same, but similar. But it's just, and it works every time. Time. Let me tell you, the guy version of her, and I'm not gonna put him on a level of her, but as far as singing and dancing and not missing a note, is Cisco. I really think he's so underrated. Like, if you go back and listen to, because I seen him live. Or
me
you
too.
go.
I think twice. Yeah.
So if you go back and like really think about it and listen to him sing and dance, he's not missing a note.
Wow.
He's not missing a note.
Wow.
He's not missing a note. That's just another level, man.
Yeah, of artistry. Yeah, one of the places that I was hoping to visit this year to perform was definitely, I wanted to get on the continent of Africa so bad. But we all know COVID-19, a lot of plans had to be canceled. But one of the places that I really enjoyed traveling to and performing was in London at the Nottingham Carnival. That was last year around the same time at the end of August, and it was the most amazing experience. Like, that's one of the beautiful things too about music. Like, even when I went over there, I think I still have it on my page too, but I was doing a performance and there were some girls in the front and they were like singing my song word for word, and I was like, I was got stuck. I'm like, wait, you know my song?
That's what's up.
I had to like give her the mic, I made sure that I saw him like after I came off my set and stuff, but it was so cool. I was like, you know what? It's just music is so powerful. Like you say, good music, it'll go. You don't have to worry about
it will go.
Supportive, put out. Good music will go, and it'll transcend every boundary. It'll matter.
Every time.
Every time. People in Nigeria radio stations that play my music and they show me love, and I'm like, wow. How y'all even find me?
Wow. And there's a lot of West Indians over in London. There's a lot of West Indians over in London, man.
Oh yeah.
We got family over there and they love it. You know what I mean? So Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's
That
dope.
has to be an amazing feeling for you to go overseas and then somebody sitting there singing your song. You like, yo.
When I tell you it catch me off guard, at first I was like, for real, these y'all them singing this old. I like had to give them the mic, like sing it, y'all. Yeah. So that was dope. That was like one of the best experiences I would say for me last year, you know, amongst my travels. And I've been to Trinidad, of course, the Bahamas, you know, back for Carnival, New Orleans, New York, Minneapolis, you know, so many great places. Yeah.
So with all that said, and you travel and everything, let's get into a little business side of it.
Okay.
So, do you have management? Do you have an agency that you work with that promotes you? Like, so, you know, because people want to know. People want to, like, oh, she's traveling, she's doing all these performances, all these shows, and I'm stuck in here in my hometown just doing these, you know, showcases. Like, how does that come about? What does your team look like, and how do you manage that?
For my team, I definitely have a manager, but I also have several booking agents. Okay. So for me, because my music is, you know, throughout the Caribbean, and I'm also based in the U.S., but I still have that U.S. audience. And the great part I love about it is that I can open up for Monica, I can open up for Ball Greasy or Rich Homie Quan, and then I can open up for Alison Hinds, or, you know, I can open up for David O. Like, you know, so I'm blessed that my music is very versatile and I can reach through, you know, different genres. So I have different booking agents for that. Okay. You know, I have one that I work with for UK. I have one for Caribbean. I have one here for the US. So that's a big help, because I feel like, you know, just having that fall on your manager is a lot. So I rely on my manager more for, you know, visionary things, you know, not really day-to-day stuff, because I'm kind of very hands-on with that, you know, being that I've been in the industry for a while and I know, you know, what those roles are supposed to look like. But in terms of someone, you know, kind of going back to your question about doing, you know, showcases or feeling like they're not getting out enough, I would say partner even, you know, with someone in radio. I did radio for almost a year, a show called Reggae Rhythms as an artist too. Yeah,
I've heard of that.
It was a lot of fun.
I've heard of that show.
Yeah, 104.5. Was a part of iHeart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time.
Yo, I think I've seen you. I think I've seen you from that.
Maybe it's possible.
Yeah, you look.
I'll be all over the place. Yeah.
You look very familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yo, I think I saw. Yo, for real, I think I saw you from that. For real, cause I remember.
It may be. Yeah, my hair was shorter than I had, like a black shorter cut. But yeah. See, you know me from a long time, and you never know you know me from a long time.
Yes. Yeah, I remember you. For real, I do.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, that's one of the things I would share. You know, try to partner with people in radio, because a lot of times radio stations, even the bigger ones like iHeart, they'll have like segments where they'll showcase local artists.
Okay.
You know, maybe it's one day a week or whatever, or once a month. So you can try to get more exposure that way. Another way to get great exposure is to partner with artists. Do collaborations. You know, that's another way to, and it's not all to say, okay, well, just jump on this person's coattail. You know, if it's someone you admire or your song sounds good together, go ahead and do it. People are always so funny about, oh, I don't want to collaborate.
I know.
Listen, why not? You know, like I got like 3 collaborations. I'm just waiting to drop. As soon as they drop, I'm like, yes, we good, you know. But you do have to be picky, but especially for newer artists that want to be heard, I would say that's another way to get out. And the other thing that I would say, and I think I heard Jadakiss say this before, somebody else, if you're new and up and coming, don't be trying to look for no manager.
Yeah.
You don't need no manager.
Yeah.
But a manager, you need a manager when you actually have things to manage.
Yeah.
You know? I think people think that a manager is like
it's gonna take them there.
Exactly. You have to give somebody something to work with. So whether that's an EP you're pushing or this and this and that, just understand that they're not going to be a savior for you. Like they're not going to be the cash cow to just influx of you. You might get lucky, but that's not their goal.
At the end of the day, don't be lazy.
Yes.
Work. Put in the work and give the manager something to work with.
Yes. Yes,
It's
you
a
know,
hard
work on your
sell.
craft. Yep, work on your craft.
Yeah.
Make sure that the music that you're presenting is actually a good representation of you, and it's up to quality. Like if you're gonna be in your car and you're listening to stuff on the radio, or you're listening to something you download from iTunes, when you come from the studio, listen to a couple of them and play your song. If your sound sonically don't sound like it belong there, baby, you need to rewind and come again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Yes.
no reason. Because now you could even record a whole album in your house or
Yep.
this place or that place, and you could get a good sound. But you have to, like you say, you gotta give them something to work with.
Yeah. You gotta give us
You know?
something to work with.
You
know?
do. You do. Mm-hmm.
It's a hard sell if it's like, okay, I got an artist. Okay, well, where's his stuff? Well, we're working on it. You know how many times I heard that when I was out doing my thing?
Wow.
Like,
wow.
yeah, we got this new act, and we're working on it. He the hottest in it, but you
shouldn't even be talking about it if you ain't got nothing to play.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
This is crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
you know what I wanted to ask you? What is so for someone watching who's not really privy to like reggae, soca, calypso, what are like what's the differences in sound sonically, or since you grew up on that?
That's a really great question. And I think the best way for me to answer that would be more by regions.
Okay.
So for reggae and dancehall, that's mostly a sound that you will hear out of Jamaica, like even like dubstep or lovers rock and things like that. For calypso and soca, you'll kind of hear those in like come out of Trinidad or some of the upper islands like the Bahamas. But definitely reggae has got more of a bass to it. It's got more of that fullness to it. Where soca is very high, it's more high tempo.
High energy, okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit more high tempo, and it has instead of like the bass more drums, it has more like what I would call like the lambskin drums. You know, like a little bit more hollow sound.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just, but now everything is fusing together so much, you don't know what is what.
Right.
You know, sometimes like even my song Spotlight, a lot of people say that's like a dancehall song, but it was released under a soca producer and a soca song, you know? So I think that's a good thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because everybody is being, accepting and really borrowing off of each other in that Caribbean diaspora, no?
Yeah, it's a fusion.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful fusion. And that's why I asked that question, because I know you're rooted in that. So it's like, how does somebody say, oh, I hear or I see, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I can hear this or I can hear that, and I see how she came from, you know what I mean? But if it's because a lot of people are just like, oh, that's reggae. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they hear the patois and the accent, it's just that's reggae, but they don't know the difference. So that's why I asked you. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true. Yeah. That's so true.
Because it's just general. It's like a generalization. As soon as they hear that, oh, that's reggae.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. Or as soon as they hear somebody talk, to be like, oh, they're Jamaican.
Right.
No, everybody that's from the Caribbean is not Jamaican. Now, I love Jamaica. No shade. I love it.
Right. Yeah, you're right. It's they're Jamaican and that's reggae. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That Jamaican chick. Like, nah, she's from Bahamas, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, Southern Style says, you got a comment over here. Southern Style says, great explanation of the different sounds. I never heard it broken down like that. And me either.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I never heard it broken down like that. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Like, I can hear the differences, but I never heard it broken down like that. Okay. You know, with the drums and all that stuff. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah. Very enlightening. So let me ask you this. Back in like 1998, 99, 2000, I was living in New York City in dance hall, and was it more dance hall? Probably so. More dance hall artists were popping. Like, they were flooding the pop scene, the airwaves. Like, it was their time.
Okay.
And then it kind of faded. Not to say that they faded, because all over the world, it's just a different vibe all over the world. They love reggae. They love dancehall. You can tour forever overseas and make great money. But over here, things go in phases. It's different, Over there, they love you forever. You can, like, play Bob Marley any day, play probably you any day. They're gonna love you, period. But over here it's different. Things go in waves, and they had their wave and it kind of died out. How can that come back? Do you know? What do you feel has to happen for that wave to come crashing in on pop, urban, and the pop culture again, and just it's embraced and it's all over the airwaves? Because now it's hard to even get it played like they play all this other stuff. You know what I mean?
You know, that's a really great question. And I feel like, honestly, it's been there. It just hasn't been the artist. Like Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, like so many people, Drake, they have been using sampling, basically loving on a style, you know, that is the Caribbean culture. That is that dancehall swag, you know, that has those elements to it. So even though it's not been the, you know, Jamaican artists or the dancehall artists or even the soca artists getting the shine with their stuff plays, I feel like they've been utilizing that. These producers have been utilizing it. So is it time for them to big up? Yes, I'm telling you, if you listen to a lot of stuff, I'd be like, that's a reggae song. That's a lovers rock song. And they're singing R&B over it. That's it.
You know what these artists gotta do?
Beat. Like when we talk about the same beat, that's the same beat.
You know what they gotta do though?
What?
The artists that are using it or the producers that are using it, they gotta reach out to these artists and give them that shine. Like, man, come and feature on this record. Come get your shine. Come get this light.
Don't release the sample if they don't want to put them on it.
Period.
Yeah.
For real. Like, I think it's their duty to do that, but they don't do that. Because I think that's all it would take. Because we're already hearing it. But then once we get the visual with it, and these kids start thinking, oh, that's cool. The whole Caribbean vibe, the culture, and they can see it and they can tap into that. Because, you know, people are going to commercialize anything, right? Of course. And if they see it, they think it's cool, you know, the style of like some of the dancehall guys or just reggae period or calypso or whatever it is, and they think it's cool, then they're going to commercialize it and then it becomes cool. And then it pops. But I think it's the duty of these artists that are taking from that to feature these acts, man. Come back and get them.
Yeah.
These people are legends.
That's right. Even when they did like one of the songs that Drake did, he like put a little sample of Beenie Man in there, but he could have done more, you know. And it's no shade.
And he could have called on Beenie.
He could have done more.
He could have called on Beenie.
Yeah, and even like, you know, the verses that they had with Bounty Killer and Beenie Man, that was epic.
Yes,
I feel like that was great, you know, to keep showing off the culture. And I mean, the songs that they was doing were songs from a long time, and they could still run Radio Red.
Still run radio with it.
Still.
And guess what? It'll be brand new to these kids because they don't know them.
Exactly. That is so true. Yeah.
But the sound, sonically, it falls right in line with what people are sampling and using. So it can win.
That's what I'm saying.
They just got to get the light. They just got to get the light, man. I think when you're out and about, you need to lobby that for real. Like, seriously, if you run into R&B guys who are using something or these rappers that are using something, be like, hey, you ever thought about calling such and such and doing a feature? Like, real. Because it's the same thing in film. Like the I don't know if it was the Family Guy. It had a white guy. Oh no, it wasn't the Family Guy, but it was a cartoon that's on like Fox or something, and had the white guy who was doing the voice of the black guy, and then Lord Jesus, it's just like in film. Listen, anytime in film they have a Jamaican guy who's playing the role, an American with a bad accent.
Yes, and horrible guy. It's absolutely terrible.
Right. So why not go and find somebody who is Jamaican?
Actually do it. That's actually Jamaican.
Yes, I'm pretty sure there's some good Jamaican actors, or there's some good Bahamian actors, or you know what I mean. Like, come on.
Yeah. That's so true. You're right.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, you got to lobby for that when you're out and about. When quarantine is over with and you start touring the world and you run into these guys, You gotta spread that word, man. You gotta push that agenda.
You gotta show. They gotta show love. They gotta show love. And speaking of love, I don't know if you was ready to go here, but my new song, "What the World Needs," is all about that. So love is what the world needs, and
Yeah.
I actually wrote this song. I guess I can. I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this on your show.
Do it.
But
Exclusive.
I lost my father. I lost him. My father was murdered.
Oh wow.
It's not.
Sorry to
Yeah,
hear
it's
that.
not. Yeah, thank you. And it's not the easiest thing to talk about. It's not. Oh yeah, it's not fun. It doesn't make people smile. But the reality was, as I lost him that way, to a way not of love at all, right?
Right.
And everything that was going on with the quarantine, not being able to go around and tour, to do the things that I was normally doing. I was
Right.
at home, and then all of the horrible things that were happening with people being murdered, George Floyd, like it just brought up so much stuff for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like things that I didn't know that I was even still dealing with.
Yeah.
And so that's where this song was born out of. So it is very personal to me. And I do believe that, if we approached each other from that perspective, always, looking at someone like a family member, or, from a loving heart, then we wouldn't have any of these issues that we have, right?
Absolutely.
None of this stuff would even be happening. And I feel like the world is kind of waking up to that. And this is just, my contribution and my light that I'm giving forth. And it's a piece of me that I'm putting out there. And, I'm hoping that everybody receives it as such.
Yeah, I love it. And thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that story. Thank you for sharing the song, because we need more energy put out into the universe like that. And something that's tangible in a sense, that is going to be around, and you can get back and hear it.
Yes.
Hypnotize people with that message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's, one of the things that I get a lot too, is like this song, it'll never get old.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful, like, like no matter what season it is, summer, winter, spring, it don't matter. It's gonna hit every time, because the message will never die.
Love will never die.
Yeah, never.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not like the club song be like, hey, well, we can only play it this time or that,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
and I wanted to play it, man. I'm telling you, I wanted to play the songs. Like I was going to cut and be like, hold on, let's watch this video, let's do this, but YouTube's gonna flag me. But you just wait until I get my TV show. I'm gonna have you back on, and we're gonna get whoever to sign off the rights to them songs, and we're gonna jam, and we're gonna have a dance hall party.
Yes, and we're gonna have a good time.
Real. You come on, perform, all that, for real. Seriously, that's my goal, man. I gotta get this TV show, so that's why,
And you're gonna get it.
Yes, I am.
You're gonna get it.
I am. I appreciate that. I am, for sure.
Absolutely. So but I know somewhere down below, whatever, they'll be able to find me and find all of my music and stuff, and come jam with me.
Yeah, tell everybody where they can find you on Instagram and the web. I have everything in the description on the YouTube show. So down below, when they watch the replay, they can click all the links. But just kind of throw that out there, promote yourself.
Yeah, well, I always tell people that the social media platform that I use the most and I'm more interactive on is Instagram. So you can find me at TaraLynneMusic. So that's Tara Lynne Music. I also have my own website, so that's TaraLynneMusic.com. And from there, you can watch all my videos. You can, go to whatever streaming service you use and download or stream my music. I also have my own Pandora radio station. So you can, so you can go on and you can, listen to Tara Lynne Radio, which is kind of dope. One time I was listening to it, and Rihanna came on, and I almost I'm like, they put Rihanna on my station. What?
That's what's up.
I love her, by the way, and I love how she tries to stay true to herself.
Yeah.
Even when she speaks, she uses her accent a lot of the time. She brings in a lot of that Caribbean stuff. So total sidebar. But so my website, any streaming service, you can look for Tara Lynne Music, and that's how you could stay connected to me. Follow and get along with this journey. Cause we going places.
I'm going to find your station right now. Hold on. Turn this off. I'm going on Pandora and I'm putting you in.
Yay.
On the air. I gotta show love. I gotta support. Cause you know what? I still use Pandora. I go and I listen to reggae radio because they got a great curation of just Caribbean music on that reggae radio on there. So I always go that, let it play.
Okay, yeah, I do too. I love Pandora. I know a lot of people use Spotify, and I'm on Spotify a little bit because I have a cousin that does a playlist. Like, she does all these playlists, and they're actually kind of cool. But yeah, I'll just run the Pandora thing for sure.
Yeah, I got you right here, Tara Lynne.
Yeah.
Hold on, how do I follow this thing though? How do I lock you in?
I don't know.
Hold on, let's see. Artist radio station. Let me
Ad
see.
station.
Let me see. I gave it the thumbs up. I did that. Hold on. I'm trying to lock you in here. That thing jamming, man.
Yeah.
All right, I think I got
we said real vibesy.
Hold on, I gotta
vibesy. Real vibesy.
I gotta hold on. I think I got you locked though. Let me click.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But I can't play it too long, you know. YouTube.
That's okay, but you know, we'll give it to him. We'll say, what the world, you know what the world needs? A little bit of love and some unity.
There we go.
We have to be the change that we want to see. But live on my body guns down. That's what the world needs.
There we go. Live. Yay. That's how I like it.
That's right. That's right. And that's another thing I like to say is one time. That was my first song. Oh my gosh, how can I forget? So one of the other artists that I actually did a small Bahamian tour with was Sizzla.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know Sizzla.
Yeah,
but Sizzla is like a legend.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's actually in my video. He made a cameo appearance, and I was so honored and so humbled that he did that.
Oh, I gotta go back and check that out.
Yeah, it's one time. It's actually on my YouTube channel.
Okay. I think I subscribed. Yeah, I subscribed. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like really, really cool because I remember him trying to teach me like how to do like these dance moves at one of the shows, and I'm like, I'm about to go on. Like, you ain't gonna have me. I'm about to be sweating here trying to learn these moves, and I gotta go do my set. You ain't going on for like another 2 hours. I was like, I'll catch you tomorrow.
Yo, you know what?
Hey, you ain't about to make me all tired and sweaty and thing before I go outside to go work.
And then you'll be up there messing up your whole act, trying to do some new stuff right before.
Right? Yeah, nah.
Yo, before I forget, I wanted to ask you about Coco T. I saw you in a picture with him. Yes. Yo, talk to me about him because I'm gonna tell you a story.
First of all, big up Coco T every single time. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time. Big him up. Just a beautiful, humble individual. And I don't think it's wrong. I can share. We actually have a project that I'm a part of that he is, executive producing. And that's another one that I've got a collaboration with an artist. I'm not going to say the artist, but I will share that we've worked together. He's been a pleasure. Just a good like even the other day, we'll just check and say, hey, how you doing? I'll check on him.
Yeah.
It's just, even talking to you right now, it kind of puts it in perspective, like, like the relationship I have with like these legends, it's amazing. And I don't want to get too sidetracked, but also Wayne Wonder, another just genuine soul, like that actually, I could say actually what cares about me and my, like, as a person and then my music, it's just been so beautiful to have those real genuine relationships because in the music industry it's hard and it's hard to find people that really care about you on a level as a person and as an artist.
Yes.
So yeah, but I'd love to hear your story about Coco T.
Man, Coco T. Listen, I had no idea who this man was, right? And I was in Jamaica and I went to like the reggae fest out there in Montego Bay.
Some fest.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yep. So I go out there, right? And R. Kelly's
that's like one of the biggest events of the year. You know that, right?
So do you remember the year R. Kelly was supposed to headline? Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember what year it was.
It was a year R. Kelly was supposed to headline. He didn't make it. He fell ill or something about his mouth or I don't know, something crazy happened, and then Coco T replaced him, and I think he felt slighted because he probably wasn't on the bill, and then they came running to get him.
Yeah.
So when he came on, all he said the whole night was like, "Now tell me, do you miss R. Kelly?" Ask him about it. Yo, ask him about it. Yo, he had me dying the whole night. I promise you.
That's so funny.
Yo, I will never forget that night. Tell him that story.
You're making my belly hurt and my cheeks hurt.
Tell him that story. Ask him about it. I'm telling you, he probably gonna be like, yeah, fuck that. They put me on the bill. It had to be.
Oh, God.
Cause you could feel the energy. Like, I think he felt excited. Like, come on, for real. Like, you gonna have R. Kelly and we in Jamaica. Like,
and it's some fence, right?
Right.
Oh, God. That was hysterical.
Yeah. But I had never heard of him until that fest. And I was like, yo, I love this dude.
Like, he's another one where you listen to songs, you be like, dang, Coca T sing that song too?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Talk about catalog.
Yes.
Catalog.
Yes. I was hearing songs and I was like, yo, I had no idea this guy singing.
That it was him. Yeah. So cool.
He's a legend, man.
Story. Yes, he is. For sure.
Ask him about that though. That was so funny, man. That just he put that jam and groove it too. And then then he had the audience say, "No." I promise. Me and my homeboy, we laugh about that to this day, man.
And you said the audience said no.
Yes. They're like, no.
Don't get no better than that.
Yo, I'm telling you.
Don't get no better than that.
Dude,
that's
clowning.
Vibe. That's a real vibe.
Dude was clowning. Hey, Southern Style says, we can feel the energy from this interview. One of the best interviews. So kudos to you. Your energy is great, man. I'm telling you.
Thank you. Big love. Big love.
Yeah, your energy is great. Amazing. From jump, out the gate.
You
just took off. So yeah, I like that. Yeah.
That's so smart. Yeah, I have a lot of people that call me sunshine. They be like, "You're coming in the sunshine," you know. I just always kind of have this. I feel like I've been like this ever since I was a child, you know. And some people love it, or some people be like, "Is she really like that?" And then you get to know me, be like, "Yeah, she's really like that."
Yeah. And then it's crazy because in the industry you have to question that. Like, is she putting on, or is that genuine? You know.
Yeah.
But you can feel it.
This is be 100%.
Yeah.
Here I is. Hey. Baby, this is your chance, and this spotlight is on you.
Go off. Keep singing.
Now you'll have my attention. Do what you want to. You have my permission to touch me. Do all the things you tell me. Don't hold back, no. Permission to walk me. Deal with me, body, don't hold back. Step in at the spotlight. Yeah.
Yes.
And you can say I love to sing. I love it. This is what I love.
You could tell, man. You could tell. It's all you. Yeah. I wish you much success. Continue to do your thing.
Thank you so much.
Hey, you got a fan for life. I'm gonna support you. Know that anybody that knows me knows I support hard. So anything I see of you online or whatever, I'ma support. I'ma like it. I'ma share it. I'ma tag people. Yeah. So. Yeah, and definitely keep in touch. Definitely keep in touch. You don't have to.
Yeah, and then when you get the TV show, I'm coming back.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And then I might have to, even before the TV show, I'm gonna do like a year-end roundup, bring you back, see what's popping. You know, especially after quarantine. I want to know what everybody's doing once they get out and about, and then, they get their lives back. Like, I want to dive back in and see, just check back in. So yeah, I have you. Sure. I'll definitely have you come back on for sure.
Yeah, we'll be back. Well, listen, you're stuck with me now. We is family now.
Yes.
And especially because your wife is Jamaican.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you super good.
Yeah, we're kinfolk. We're kinfolk now.
You're like, exactly.
Yes,
good. I'm so glad. Thank you to everybody that is, joined and got a chance to watch this. If you come in after it was recorded, We still love you too. Thank you for
Yes,
watching and all that good stuff. Yeah,
share the
man.
replay. Yes, and watch it. Enjoy the energy. This is great, man. Yeah, I really myself really had fun. I appreciate you.
Me too. Thank you, and thank you for allowing me to come on and share a little bit more about me and get a chance to chop it up. Listen, I can tell you right now, I ain't stopped thinking about that coconut story.
I'm telling you.
No.
Ask him about it. I'm telling you. I wish I had a video, man. I'd play it.
I promise you I will. I'm gonna let you know when I talk to him.
Please do. He was jamming. I'm telling you, he was jamming with it.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah. And honestly, before we go, I'm gonna tell you, man, like, I don't think anybody missed R. Kelly. And that's not to say as a bad thing, but he was that much of an entertainer.
Oh, yes.
It's like,
oh, yeah.
Okay.
And then when you talk about when you got a band behind him, that's it. It's over with.
Man, he was jamming, man. I think Lady Saw came out there with him, and he was jamming, man.
Classic.
For sure.
Classic. Yes, definitely. Yes. But thank you again for having me.
No doubt.
It's really been a blessing and a great time. So
yes.
Big up that. We gotta do big up to you. Big up yourself. Good time.
Yes, indeed. Hey, y'all make sure y'all go follow Tara Lynne. Check her music out. All the links are below to Spotify, Apple Music. Everything she's on is down below.
Pandora too.
Pandora, yes, exactly. I just went and I got her radio station. So y'all want to check that out. Tap in, man. All the links are below, y'all. Make sure y'all support. She's good people, great energy. You can feel it. If you watch the video this far, you can feel the energy. You can feel it's genuine and real. So let's support good people, man. You gotta do it. All right. Until next time, thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Can't do it without y'all, man. Peace. We out.